Good morning, class. Today is Wednesday. What's our month? May. What's our date? Yesterday was the 11th, so today is the 12th. One group of 10 and two more. 12. It is Wednesday, May the 12th, 2021. If today is Wednesday, what was yesterday? We know it was Tuesday. What will tomorrow be? Today is Wednesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. Today was Tuesday, tomorrow will be Thursday. It's still spring. And it is sunny out again today. Isn't that wonderful? I hope you get out and enjoy that sunshine sometime today. Let's talk to our Heavenly Father. Dear Lord, thank you that you are with us. Thank you that you made this day and you've placed us here to enjoy it. Help us as we learn together to learn interesting things, things that we didn't know, practice things that we are already starting to learn, and to enjoy our time together. Amen. Could you stand for O Canada? We have our friends with us today, the Wiggles, and they're going to help us.
Hi, we're the Wiggles, and today we're going to sing the Canadian National Anthem to celebrate all things Canadian. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, we love singing.
Alrighty, are you ready to sit down and get to work? Today, this week, our word family is N. How do we spell N? Let's sound out those two letters. N. N. Can you say out loud what two letters say those sounds? E, N. N. Egg, like we're cracking an egg. N, nose, N for nose. So E and N together make the word family N. Now we know that if we put different letters in front of N, we get different words. So let's try some different letters. We'll try H, we'll try T, we'll try M. Oh, you can't see that. Let me pull it over. There we go. There's the N family. N. We're going to try H, T, and M in front of N. And let's see if we get some words. Hot. H. E. N. What does that spell? N. N. 10. Now what if we put a T in front of N? T, N, T, N, 10. What if we put an M in front of N? Mmm. Like something's yummy, we're rubbing our tummy. Mmm. Mmm. N. Men. Men. And N is men. So we have 3 words here. Hen, 10, and men. Let's try one more. Put a P in front of N. What do you think we will get before I put it up there? Let's say, what's the sound for P? P, P, P. Like we're blowing out the candle. P, P, N. P, N. Who can tell me what that spells? P-E-N. Yes, it spells pen. Pen, pen, 10, and men. And you can make those 3-letter words that belong to the N family with your word slider. Put it in, slide it up and down, and make as many different N words as you can and read them while you're making them. You're also going to get a chance to print them. Print the letter in front of the letters EN, in front of N, in each of these rectangles, 4 different letters, a different letter for each rectangle to spell 4 different words, just like we did here. And then draw a picture in the empty rectangles beside the word, a picture of what the word that you wrote is. And they're giving you a hint because there's a picture of a hen here. How would we spell hen? Hot. H-E-N. You could use one of those for one of your 4 words. Have fun with that. That's your language for today. So we're going to rub that out now because we're going to move on to math. We have been talking about number bonds and addition. So Mrs. Pedler gave you a couple pages, JKs, that look like this. And you are going to make your own addition booklet. Why do we have 3 squares for our number sentences? Because we have 2 numbers that we're adding together. There's the plus sign, and we want to find out what they equal. So if you have a dice at home, you can use that. Throw it in the air and see what number is on the dice. Count the dots. And then put that in one of the boxes. Then throw the dice again. And just a minute, Mrs. Pedler's going to get her dice. Okay, I'm back. I have 3 different dice here. I have a dice that looks like this. It's got dots, and if we throw it, shake it, and drop it, then we see which dots are on the top. And I shook how many dots? 1, 2. So if we shake it and drop it again, we never know how many dots are going to drop. Oh, this time I got 5 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my numbers would be 1 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that's what I got when I shook the dice. And then we know this sign means that is equal. That means those 2 numbers, 1 plus 5 put together, 5 plus 1 more is 6. So 1 plus 5 equals 6. On this dice, it's got the numbers written in, so you don't have to count the dots. That's tricky, eh? I'm going to shake this one and drop it. I got a 5 again. So there's 5 plus, what will I get this time when I shake the dice? Oh, I dropped it on the floor and I got a 4. 5 plus 4. So let's put those dots in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have five dots here, and let's count on from there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do that with our fingers. 5 and 4 more. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's count them. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's all our fingers except for one. See, I've got this thumb down. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. And I have one more dice. This is a gigantic dice. I'm going to drop it on the floor. Oh, I have to go chase it. I got a different number this time. What number did I get? Let's count those dots. 1, 2, 3. 3 dots. All right, I'm going to drop it again. How many dots did I get this time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 plus 6. Let's start at 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 6 fingers, right? And we had 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do that with our counters. Here is 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Our other number is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do them in different colors so we can tell their different numbers. 3 blocks plus 6 blocks. Put them together and let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We end at 3 here because that's a set of 3 blocks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're counting on to 3. So that equals, we said 9. Now, if you have a dice at home, you can use it to find out what your numbers will be in your boxes that you're adding together, and then use your counters to see what those two numbers add up to. Or, if you don't have a dice, you could just get your mom or your dad to call out numbers. For instance, they could think of a number in their head and say, the number I'm thinking of is 2. So you write that down in your first box. And then they can call it another number. The number I'm thinking of is 4. So you'd write that one down in the second box, and then you would know that your number sentence would be 2 plus 4. And you can get a set of 2 of your counters and a set of 4 of your counters and add them together to see what they equal. What will the answer be? Let's do that one together for one more example. 2 plus 4. What's our first number? 2. What's the next number? 4. What does 2 plus 4 equal? 2 and 4. Let's turn those around. 2 and 4. Let's put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 plus 4 more equals 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that with our counters. We'll have 4 green ones and 2 red ones this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to count on 5, 6. A group of 4 plus a group of 2. Put them together. How many blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that will be your very own number book. Did you know you could have a number book and not only letter books? Yes, math can have sentences too. These are number sentences. All right. SKs. You have your own page on addition. Page 45, the front of your page has some space creatures on there and some spaceships. And it says write the numbers. So they have number sentences there for you. They've already written in the numbers. The first one is 3 aliens in 1 spaceship. So that number sentence is 3 plus 1. 3 aliens . 1. 2. 3. 3 aliens plus 1 spaceship. 3 plus 1. What do we have? 3 blocks plus 1 more block. We can pretend that the green blocks are the aliens and the red one is the spaceship. Put them together. How many blocks do we have? Or how many space things do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 plus 1 equals 4. All right, turn your page over and you've got some dice here. Only they've drawn pictures of the dice for you. So see what numbers have been rolled on those dice. One of the dice has a 1 and one of them has a 9. So your math sentence or your math question is 9 plus 1 equals, we can do that with our fingers. We know that we have 10 fingers. We only want 9, so we'll put 1 finger down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all our fingers except for 1. We have 1 down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 5 plus 4 equals 9. Alrighty, you can go ahead and work on your math now. JKs and SKs, have fun with that. And when you're done that, I think we need a little stretch break, don't you? All right, I'm back. I hope that you enjoyed working on your math and your language, but I think that's enough sitting for now. Let's stand up. I've got a song that we've sung before. Are you ready to skip? Skip, skip to my loo. Here we go. Whoop. Have to try that again. Lost my partner, what'll I do? Lost my partner, what'll I do? Skip to the loo, my darling. Skip, skip, skip to the loo. Skip, skip, skip to the loo. Skip, skip, skip to the loo. Skip to the loo, my darling. Freeze! Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Flies in the buttermilk shoe, fly shoe. Hop, hop, hop to my loo. Hop, hop, hop to my loo. Hop, hop, hop to my loo. Hop to the loo, my darling. Freeze! And I'll swing you, you swing me. Do you have a partner there? You swing me and I'll swing you. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe my loo, my darling. Freeze! Lost my partner, what'll I do? Lost my partner, what'll I do? March, march, march to my loo. March, march, march to my loo. March, march, march to my loo. March to my loo, my darling. Freeze! Shoe fly shoe. Shoe fly shoe. Shoe fly shoe. Gallop, gallop, gallop to my loo. Gallop, gallop to my loo. Gallop, gallop to my loo. Gallop to my loo, my darling. Freeze! And I'll swing you, you swing me, and I'll swing you, you swing me, and I'll swing you. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe, tiptoe my loo. Tiptoe my loo, my darling. Freeze! You swing me and I'll swing you. You swing me and I'll swing you. Here we go. Jump, jump, jump to my loo. Jump, jump, jump to my loo. Jump, jump, jump to my loo. Jump to my loo, my darling. Woo! All right. Take a deep breath in. I need some oxygen in my lungs. In, out. One more. In, carbon dioxide out. And relax. Well, moving on. Mrs. Pedler sent a little science activity in your package. We're talking about weather this week, and you get to make your very own homemade rain gauge. Now, if you have a pop bottle, you'll be able to make this, or some kind of a plastic juice bottle. There's instructions for it, and if it works properly, you should be able to measure how much rain you're getting. We've been getting a lot lately. So, I hope this is a fun activity for you to make this rain gauge. And a gauge measures how much of something there is, and we're measuring how much rain. So, you need a 2-liter bottle that's clean. You need scissors and an adult to help you cut. You need some small pebbles, and those are little rocks, maybe from your driveway. A ruler and a marker. And you see what fun you can have. Read the instructions and get some help and have fun with that. And then put it outside and measure how much rain you've been getting at your house lately. Set it outside to collect rain. Okay, that's our science activity. And now it's time to relax in a comfy chair and listen and learn while you're relaxing. Yesterday we were talking about weather words by Gail Gibbons, and we're almost finished that, but we still have a couple interesting pages before we read our next book. So I wanted to finish those up because these pages are about thunderstorms, and thunderstorms are so interesting and fun to watch and listen when you're inside looking outside. Thunderstorms can be scary if you're outside in them, but they're fun if you're inside watching and listening. Lots of tiny drops of water whip around inside the cloud at very high speeds. So thunderstorms, again, are lots of tiny drops of water whipping around inside a cloud at a very fast speed. When they rub and bump against each other, when those raindrops rub and bump against each other when they're going very fast, they make electricity. Isn't that cool? See the picture of them rubbing and bumping against each other and see those little sparks coming off? That's electricity. So the cloud is becoming electric. When enough electricity builds up in the cloud, it bursts through the cloud and flashes. Whoosh. This is called lightning. Lightning is very hot. It heats the air all around it. So it makes the air around the cloud and inside the cloud very hot. And when air is hot, it gets bigger. It expands and boom! It makes a loud sound called thunder. So when we have lightning, we have thunder. Again, lightning is the tiny raindrops moving against each other really quickly and making electricity. The electricity makes the air inside the cloud and around it very warm, very hot. And then the air gets bigger. And it gets so big that it has to expand and burst. And when it bursts like that, it makes a boom, and that's thunder. It's the electricity making the air hot, and it's making it bigger, and it has to explode with a bang, and that's the thunder. So there's the lightning strike, and we know that when we have a lightning strike, pretty soon we're going to hear the boom of the thunder with the hot, expanding air. Expanding means getting bigger. But after the rain, if the sun is out when it's raining, we get something very special. It reminds us that God loves us and that He is a beautiful artist. What do we get if there's some sun poking through while it's raining? We get a rainbow. And see all those beautiful colors? Everyone loves looking at the rainbow. This may happen while it's raining or just after the rain stops, when the sunbeams shine through the drops of rain. So, the sun shining through the rain divides it up into all those colors. That's called a prism, when sun shines through something and then it shows all those colors. So the raindrops are acting like a prism. The light breaks up into 7 colors and a rainbow appears. When the sun shines through the drops of rain, it divides the light into 7 different colors. Roy G. Bibb helps us to remember those colors. Red, what color? Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, blue. I'm not sure if I got all of them there. Purple. But there they are, the 7 different colors of the rainbow. Okay. We're almost finished this book. It's talk a little bit about snow. Sometimes in the winter it snows. Snow crystals form when water freezes inside the clouds. So we get snow crystals when we know the cloud is made up of water drops. When it's cold enough for that water to freeze inside the cloud, we get snow crystals. When the crystals join together, we get snowflakes. And when the cloud is heavy with the snowflakes, it breaks open and they fall and we have snow. So snow crystals form when the air is very cold. The water freezes into crystals inside the cloud. Those crystals join together to make snowflakes. When the cloud gets heavy with snowflakes, they fall to the ground and we have snow. Sometimes it hails. You know, those are those big ice balls. Well, inside the cloud, ice crystals are tossed up and down. So we know that when it's cold, the water freezes to ice crystals. Well, when those ice crystals are tossed upside and down, water vapor freezes into ice crystals in layers. And when they become heavy enough, they fall as hailstones. There's the hailstones. Wind. Wind happens when warm air moves up and cooler air moves in to replace it. So when the warm air is rising and there's cold air underneath it, we get wind. The cold air rushes in to fill the space where the hot air was, where the warm air was, and that rushing in of the cold air is wind. Warm and cool temperatures affect the wind's speed and the direction that it's going to go. So, depending on how much cool there is air and how much warm air there is, that will make the wind be faster or slower, and it will make it go in different directions. So there you can see the cool air is coming up to replace where the warm air is because it's going up even higher, and that rushing in of the cool air causes the wind, and you can see those leaves blowing around. We get a lot of wind in fall because cool air is replacing that warm summer air. When wind blows with more and more force, stronger air pressure, a windstorm develops. A really bad windstorm could be a hurricane or a tornado. But we don't usually have them around here. We just usually have normal wind that helps to dry up the ground, so it can be a really good thing. But when you live closer to the equator, they have more hurricanes and tornadoes there. They have more warm air there. Alrighty. So, when two different air masses are coming together, like maybe cold air and warm air coming together, in between them, that's called the air front. That's the boundary where it's changing from maybe cold air to warm air or warm air to cold air. That is the air front between the two systems that are coming together. So there's a picture of that. There's the air front in the middle. Right there. And here's an air mass on this side and an air mass on this side. The weather is hardly ever the same from day to day. That is why it's so interesting. It is pretty interesting that we have so many different types of weather and different seasons. We can have snow, we can have rain, we can have wind, we can have hot weather. Makes life interesting with so many different types of weather. All right. Well, we did talk a little bit about clouds in this weather book. Do you remember the 3 types of clouds? The cumulus clouds are the big puffy clouds on a nice summer day. The cirrus clouds are the wispy clouds. And the storm clouds, where were they? Find our page on the clouds. Yes, the stratus clouds are the storm clouds. So there's the nice puffy clouds, those are the cumulus. The wispy clouds are the cirrus, and the storm clouds are the stratus clouds, right there, the gray ones. Well, we're going to learn a bit more about clouds from this book. It's called Clouds, and it's written by Anne Rockwell. Look up at the sky. Do you see white or gray shapes moving across it? Those are clouds. Have you ever done that laid out in this grass on a nice day and just looked up at the clouds and pretended they were different shapes? Imagine what shapes you see in the clouds. Most clouds are too far away to feel. You can only look at them. But there's one kind of cloud that you can feel standing on the ground. What do you think that is? That's right, it's fog. It's the lowest kind of cloud. When we have a foggy day, here's this clouds up in the sky that they're looking at, and here is a foggy day when the clouds have touched the ground, and you can feel the water vapor around you. You can learn a lot from looking at clouds. The shape of clouds and whether they're dark or bright can tell you how high they are and what kind of weather they will bring. We know that those dark, low clouds, the stratus ones, are storm clouds. So we know a storm is coming if we have those low, dark clouds. All clouds are made of water and particles of dust. Remember, the water evaporates from the land, the lakes and the rivers, changes from liquid to gas in the air because it's warming up. Then it gets up to the sky, collects in the clouds, starts to cool down a little bit and turns back into liquid. When the clouds get heavy, the rain falls. And that's called the water cycle, isn't it? The highest clouds are 6 to 9 kilometers up in the sky. That is 3 or 4 miles high. It's so cold up there that all the water in those clouds freezes and becomes tiny crystals of ice. There are 3 kinds of clouds high up in the atmosphere. The cirrus, those are the cirrus clouds, the cirrostratus clouds, and the cirrocumulus clouds. The cirrus ones are the wispy ones. The cirrostratus are the storm clouds, and the cirrocumulus are the nice puffy clouds. The beginning of a cloud's name tells us how high up it is. The next part tells us what shape it is. So there's a whole bunch of different kinds of clouds, even though we know that there's 3 main kinds of clouds. The cumulus, the cirrus, and the stratus. And there's the storm cloud, the stratus one, the dark one. It's low and it's gray. Can you see the cumulus cloud, the puffy one? Right there, the nice, beautiful white puffy cloud. Can you see the cirrus clouds, the wispy ones? Cirrus clouds are hardly there. They look like wispy white feathers trailing across the blue sky. They mean sunny weather with no rain. They are far apart and let the sun shine on the earth. Because they're wispy like feathers, the sun can shine through. There's the cirrus clouds. It's a nice day. They're out fishing. Cirrostratus clouds can cover the whole sky. They tell us that it might rain or snow. Remember the stratus clouds? Stratus means clouds that are flat and spread out like a blanket. And you can see the sky is getting darker there. Small puffy white clouds scatter across the entire sky are called cirrocumulus. Cumulus means that a cloud is round instead of flat. Cumulus clouds means it might get colder. Again, here's a picture of a bunch of different types of clouds. Stratus clouds are gray, blue, and streaky and cover the sky. They tell you that it could rain that night or the next day. There's the stormy clouds. These clouds mean a summer storm might come. They're puffy, but they're dark. That means a thunderstorm might be coming. Cumulonimbus means a big storm is coming. See the lightning that we talked about? It's electricity, isn't it? From the water droplets going back and forth and hitting each other. And they make electricity, which is those shots of lightning. And what comes after the electricity? The boom of the thunder. And the children are watching from inside. When you're inside watching, a storm is pretty cool. We don't need to be afraid of it when we're inside. If there were no clouds, Earth would be a very different place. Clouds are important to everything that lives and grows here. They bring the rain on the plants and the animals. We need rain. It's so important for, especially this time of year, we can see our plants and trees and leaves and grass growing everywhere. We need that rain, don't we? And we've been having a lot of it. Animals need rain to drink. If there were no clouds, there would be no rain. Nothing could live. If there were no clouds to hide the sun, Earth would become too hot and we wouldn't be able to live here. So the clouds bring us rain, water that we need, and they also shield the sun because we need the sun, but if it was just shining full with no shield, it would be too hot for us. Now that you know which clouds bring storms, which ones mean sunny weather, you can tell what kind of weather is coming. You could be a weather scientist, like the weather man or woman on TV. Let's remember our three types of main clouds again. The cumulus cloud, what does it tell us? It's a nice sunny day. The cirrus clouds, they're wispy like feathers and the sun can shine through them, so it's usually sunny. And the stratus clouds, they're gray and they're low because they tell us that a storm is coming. All right, I hope you enjoyed learning a little more about clouds and weather. They all make our life more interesting. Different types of weather, storms when we're safe inside watching them, so interesting. Thunder and lightning, all parts of creation. Well, you enjoy the weather this afternoon and hopefully you get to go outside in it. That's all for today, and we'll meet back together again tomorrow. Have a wonderful afternoon and evening. Bye for now.